All right, so we're on skills practice page 41 through 44. We're going to do sections A through C, except we are going to skip some of these because you can't do them without a ruler on a piece of paper, and we're doing online schooling. So let me show you which ones we're going to cancel out. This one, don't do it. This one, don't do it. All right, keep going. This one, don't do it. All right, number 4, we can do number 4 because there is a grid there. So on the grid, that's gonna help us like measure things. So let's look at our instructions. What are our instructions anyways? Given each pre-image and image, determine the scale factor. Cool. So determine the scale factor. Ready? Sorry, it was lagging a little bit. Okay, so in order to determine the scale factor, we have to pick 2 corresponding points. So for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to use the A points, okay? So in example 4, I'm going to pick this one and this one. So A and A prime. That little mark on this second A, that's called a prime. So it's A prime, okay? We're going to mark the coordinates of both of these. So for point A, I'm going to write in a different color so it's a little less messy. For coordinates of point A, I can see that it is 2, 3. Okay? So that's this point in purple. 2, 3. And then let me do A prime. The coordinates of this one are 4, 6. Any questions up till here? Okay.
No, we're good.
So to figure out our what was it called? My mind is going, oh, scale factor. Scale factor. You can just do the A prime divided by A, okay? So let's pick just the X value because you only need one of these to do it. So instead of the Y value, oh my gosh, I can't talk and write at the same time. Instead of the Y value, we're just gonna pick the X value, okay? Just makes things easier. So to get the scale factor, do the A prime X value divided by the A X value. Also, please don't tell anyone to shut up because we're being recorded, so that got recorded, and I'm not editing that out. Okay, so our X values are this one and this one, 4 and 2. So you're going to take the A prime X value, which is 4, and you're going to divide it by the A X value, which is 2. So 4 divided by 2. Tell me, what is 4 divided by 2?
2.
2. Our scale factor is 2. So that's done. Any questions on this example?
No.
Anybody other than Nancy have questions on this example?
I have a question. Why won't you use 3 or 6?
We totally could have. So I just told us to use the X value for simplicity's sake, but if you did A prime Y value divided by A Y value, you would get the exact same answer. So you would have gotten 6 divided by 3, which is still 2. And you didn't have to use A either. You could have chosen the B points or the C points. But I just told us to focus on A just so that you can see that, just so you can focus on a point. But you can do the same thing with the B points or the C points, as long as you pick corresponding points. Any questions on this one? Any other questions on this one, I mean? Okay, Let's take a look at section B. So I'm going to scroll on a little bit more. I think you guys can handle these two. So we're going to go to section B. Oh gosh, that scrolled so badly. It's still lagging. It's still lagging. Okay, so now that it caught up, we are now on section B on page 42. And so we're going to read the instructions. Given the pre-image, scale factor, and center of dilation, use a compass and straight edge to graph the image. The scale factor is 3 and the center of dilation is the origin. Okay, so what we're going to do is, even if you don't have a straight edge, just do your best drawing it, okay? I know not all of us have rulers or a straight edge. You can use your phone as a straight edge. I used to do that. Or if you're doing it on your computer, just try your best to draw a straight line. Okay, let's do number 1. The scale factor is 3, center of dilation is the origin. I'm going to start by labeling all 3 points. So we have A over here, which I'm going to label as 1, 1. I'll do B in purple, I guess. Actually, let me label this. This is A. And then we have B. B is 1, 2. And we have C. C is 5, 1. Any questions on that? Okay, interrupt me if you do have a question, but we're going to now apply our scale factor. So the scale factor is 3, which means we're going to multiply everything by 3. Okay, so to get to, where do I have space? Over here. To get to A prime.
Miss Jade, so each pair is gonna get multiplied by 3?
Exactly. So Nancy, what's 1 times 3?
3.
So we have 3, comma, and then 1 times 3 again.
3.
Good. And then I can plot that right now. So I'm going to go to 3, 3. This is my A prime.
Oh, so you're just basically like making another like triangle, but like.
Okay.
Okay.
And this one's going to be 3 times as big. Let's do B prime now.
Okay.
And then what's 1 times 3? This is for anybody. Anybody can answer this. What's 1 times 3?
3.
3, thank you. And then the y value is 2, so what's 2 times 3?
6.
6. Great, thank you. And then the C, oh wait, I didn't plot it yet. Okay, B prime is 3, 6. That's B prime. All right, now to plot C prime. So we have a 5, 1. So what's 5 times 3?
15 and
then
3.
1 times 3, 3. Good. So now you plot that. So this is C prime. And then you just connect them as best as you can. I'm just going to use this because, I mean, I have a straight edge here, so I might as well use it, right? So there to there, there to there, there to there. And if yours doesn't come out as straight, it's okay. Not everything has to be straight. So this is what your new picture should look like. So originally they gave us the pre-image. The triangle I just drew is called the image. So now here is our image. Okay, any questions? Let me just take a quick look to see what else is given to us. Okay, I'm gonna do one more of these examples for you guys. Let's do, they're all triangles, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's do, I'm gonna scroll out now.
Miss Jade, so we're doing page 41 through 44. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just skip the ones that I crossed out in the beginning.
Oh, which ones did you cross out? I didn't see those.
1, 2, 3.
The first ones? Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the first page. Just because they don't have like a grid, so you can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then all of these you can do. I want to do one that looks harder, so maybe let me just double check. Let's do number 5 because it's got 1.5 as your scale factor. Okay, just because it's got a decimal, I know it's gonna make some people a little bit more confused. So let's do number 5 as our other example, and then you guys can do everything else in between for homework or after this, depending on how fast you do on your performance task.
Miss
Okay,
Jade, can't we
yes.
use a calculator?
Yeah, of course. So let's
Okay.
label what A is. A is 2, 5. Okay, and then let's do B. B is 8, 1. And then let's do C. C is 2, 1. Okay, and our scale factor is 1.5. So what are we multiplying everything by?
1.5.
Good. So we're going to multiply by 1.5. I'll just write it here. Multiply by 1.5. Okay, so we're going to get the new A, the new B, and the new C. So the new A is called A prime. And you write it like that with a little mark on there. And so you can use a calculator. What's 2 times 1.5? I wrote it. 3, yes. And then what's 5 times 1.5?
7.5.
Good, 7.5. And then let's plot this. So 3, 7.5. So this is A prime. Okay. So there it is. Let's take a look at B. So B was 8, 1. Now we have B prime where we take the original 8 and multiply it by 1.5. So what's 8 times 1.5?
12.
12, good. And then what's 1 multiplied by 1.5?
1.5.
Good. So we have 12, 1.5 here, and I'm going to just go find that right there. 12, 1.5, this is our B prime. So I label it. Can't really see my prime mark. Let me just make it bolder. There, B prime. And then last but not least is our C prime. So C originally was 2, 1. So we're going to take the 2, multiply it by 1.5. What is 2 times 1.5?
3.
3. And then 1 multiplied by 1.5.
1.5.
Good. So 3, 1.5 is right over here. So this is our, well, where can I label it? C prime, like that. And then, to the best of your ability, connect everything with a straight line. And there you go. That's our image. They gave us the pre-image and we drew our image. Any questions about this one? And if you do have questions and you're too shy to ask now, you can always come to my office hours at 1:30 to 2:20 every day except for Thursdays. I sound like an advertisement. I am advertising. Okay, so that's this section. I think you guys can handle it. I'm going to zoom out. Didn't sound like you guys have questions, but please interrupt me if you do. And then I'm going to scroll down to this section. So we'll do 2 examples from this section. We have to stop here. We don't do part D yet. Okay, this is for next time. So we're just going to do up till here. Okay, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So do we cross out D?
I wouldn't cross it out because we'll be working on it next class on Thursday. It's
Like
just
put a line to divide that we're
put a
not
line
doing it?
so that you know today we are not doing that.
Okay.
Okay, So let's see, for part C, use coordinate notation to determine the coordinates of the image. Triangle ABC has vertices 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9, 7. What are the vertices of the image after a dilation with scale factor of 4 using the origin as center of dilation? So I'm going to underline the important information. We have our original points here, and we have a scale factor of 4. I did not underline 4. There you go. Scale factor of 4. So that means we're going to multiply everything by 4. So let's start with our A. So A is 1, 2, and we're going to multiply by 4.
So it'd be
Okay.
4, 8, 4 and 8.
Yep, so A prime will be 1 times 4 is 4, and then 2 times 4 is 8. So like Nancy said, A prime is 4, 8. Good. And then
And
let's do
24.
B. B was 3, 6, and then we do the whole multiplying by 4 thing, and then we get B prime. So 3 times 4 was what?
12 and 24.
And then 6 times 4 was 24. Good. So B prime is 12, 24. And then last but not least, we have the coordinate C. So C is 9, 7. And
Is
then
it 36 or 38? I forgot.
for what?
32.
9
4
times 4?
9. Yeah.
36. 36.
Okay.
36. And then 7 times 4?
28, right?
Yes, good. And so your answers are your primes. So A prime, B prime, and C prime. These are your answers.
Oh, that's all we're doing for C?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so that's the first example. I want to give you guys one more example. I'll do 5 because it's got a fraction in it. But before I do number 5, any questions for number 1 as our example?
I don't have a question for 1, but when you mentioned the fraction, aren't we just gonna make the fraction into like decimal form and then like multiply it from the decimal form?
Yeah, you could totally do it that way. That would completely work. Yes.
Okay.
It's basically like multiplying by whatever the scale factor says.
Yes, it's exactly that. Multiply by a scale factor.
Okay.
And then I
Miss
had a
J-
request to scroll up. So here you go. Yes?
So can you real quick go to 5 and 6 for C?
Okay, I will.
Because for 5 it says like 1/2, which that would be like 0.5 in decimal. But what would 1/5 be?
Well, type in your calculator 1 divided by 5.
Okay. It's 0.2.
Good, yes. All right, so I'm just checking to see if the person who needed this problem is done, and then I'll scroll down. Okay, so if they're done, let's scroll down. Let's do number 5 for this one, for part C. So some of you might hate working with fractions. If that's the case, then you can turn this scale factor of 1/2 into the decimal, like Nancy was saying. So 1/2 is 1 divided by 2, same thing as 0.5. So if it helps you, then you can multiply by 0.5 for everything, okay? I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit to give me more space. Let's underline A. A is 8, 4, and we're going to multiply by our scale factor of 1/2. So I'm just going to write multiply by 1/2, aka 0.5, whichever one you are more comfortable with. Okay, so you can multiply by 0.5, multiply by 1/2, exactly the same thing. Also, multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2. So you can think of it as dividing by 2 every single time. Like for A, which is 8, 4, what is 8 divided by 2? Also known as 8 times 1/2, also known as 8 times 0.5. What would it be?
4.
And then the next one is the y value, 4 times 1/2. 4 times 1/2.
2.
2, good. And then let's do our b, 14/16. And then we're going to multiply by 1/2. And then we get b prime, which is, what's 14 times 1/2?
7.
16 times 1/2.
8.
Good. And then let's do c, 6, 10. We're going to multiply by 1/2, also known as multiplying by 0.5, also known as dividing by 2. What is 6 divided by 2? 3. And then 10 times 0.5. 5. Great. So then our answer is these 3, which I will not read to you guys, but it is those 3. Any questions? All right, sounds like a no. So I'm going to stop the video now.